Okay, take three of trying to start off this podcast. Yeah, I've been a little scattered brained so far, and I actually had one take where I garbled it, and I said, "You know what? I'm going to keep it because I need to embrace my flaws and my imperfections." And then I said, "No, you know what? I garbled through that, so I'm starting again." And here I am. There you are. It is, like I said, a bright, sunny Sunday morning. I have it in my head. I'm going to go for a run here in just a little bit once I've finished boring you all with the story of my life. But yeah, hopefully it gets just a wee bit warmer too while that happens. It's only about 38 degrees, and I've been feeling kind of sissy lately about the cold. Um, and not so much for the running part, but like I said, I've said in the past, I do a run out and then a walk back, right? And I've got it in my head now that I need to run at least 5K if I'm going to run. And that might be a little tricky today as I got my COVID shot yesterday, but we'll get into all that. But anyway, so it's that 3 miles walk back that gets kind of chilly. And yeah, so sissy JP. um, okay, so yeah, my plan is to get you caught up on what's going on, some discoveries perhaps that were made during therapy the other day. Um, let you know why this week's been a bad week, etc., etc. So yeah, that's 2 minutes of garble. So, hey, you know what? It's Sunday, April 4th, 2021. And as of this recording, I'm still depressed, but I'm not dead. Yeah, so if you're of the Christian bent, it is Easter. And if you're not of the religious bent, it is Zombie Jesus Day. Um, so just a little joke for those. I hope I don't offend too many people with that. But I cannot resist Zombie Jesus Day jokes. It's it's yeah. Anyway, and to be clear, I was raised Catholic. I know, I've done the Christian thing, and I know all that, and I'm trying hard not to pick on anybody or alienate anyone. Just filling you in on a little bit of JP's sense of humor. Um, so yeah, it's been a long week. Nora was out of town. I think we talked about this last weekend, but maybe not. I can't recall when I last recorded. Um, and so things were rough. I didn't sleep well. I slipped back into some old bad habits, some self-destructive kind of actions, doings, whatever. And just in general was uh, ate really badly and um, just different things, right? And just wasn't not my best showing. um, and so I had therapy on was it Thursday? Ooh, maybe it was just Tuesday, as early as Tuesday. And so Megan and I were talking, and um, we started off talking about feelings, and like we have been. And then so I was like, hey, I wanted to get your opinion on this. Like, tell me what feeling this is. And I talking about my times of eating to excess, right? And how it's, I'll just be, I think I've talked about this, right? Like trying to, being responsible, at least calorie wise, maybe not nutrition wise, but, being responsible, trying to lose some weight, not be a tub of JP, be more of a platter of JP, maybe, or a soup bowl. Um, uh, and but then like whatever, and I'll just find myself. I'll go into the pantry and pull out 4 hot dog rolls and munch them down, and while I'm eating those and recognizing that they're soft and good and not terribly high in calories per, but when you eat 4, it gets up there. And just thinking, okay, what am I going to eat next? Are there Oreos? Are there, is there whatever? Are there hot dogs in the cupboard, in the fridge, whatever? And then move on and eat those. And while I'm eating those, think like, hey, this, like aware that I'm eating excessively, more than excessively. That's probably not strong enough a word. But not caring, like really thinking about, like cognitively aware, consciously thinking what you're eating. Like you're eating way more than anybody needs to eat, and not feeling like I'm getting full and like I'm just like throwing things into a bottomless pit, and like have the thought like, well, geez, you've done so well this week. You like got on the scale and you lost a pound the week before, and you've been great so far this week. And it's, without saying the words, it's like I'm saying, well, screw you, JP. Like, I don't really care about that. I'm going to eat right now. And you know what? We're going to see how much we can eat before we feel full to excess. And that's pretty much how it goes. Either I eat till it's uncomfortable, or like I just run out of, the kinds of things I want to eat. Could be Pop-Tarts. It could be, it's never carrots. It's never like celery or even like a Fiber One bar that I want to eat. It's always like carby, and that's not new to me, but not unique to me, I should say. And so we're like, she's like, wow, this makes sense. This is like you're kind of binge eating, and and it sounds like binge eating in response to anxiety. And I'm like, well, back the bus up. I don't deal with anxiety. I'm sure I have it like everybody else, but I don't get that way anymore. This is not high school where I have to give a presentation in front of class and I spend the night before not sleeping because I'm terrified of getting in front of class. This is not like panic attack, anxiety attack kind of life. That's not me. And we talked about it some more, and I had to accept that, like, when she like spoke back to me the things that I had been saying, I was like, geez, that sounds like anxiety, but I don't feel it, right? I don't, like clearly I'm acting that way, right? I mean, like, Nora's away and I'm not sleeping. I made plans to go up to Michigan to see Mom, who I haven't seen since Dad passed, and like my eating got out of whack. I blame it on Easter and the Cadbury mini eggs, but really it's I don't have to grab a handful every time I walk by the bowl, right? And so I don't know, like, yeah, I mean, I had to admit to her that it sounds like I deal with anxiety. It sounds like I deal with binge eating. But I don't know how that fits into my worldview, my life. And so I was thinking about it, and she was talking about something else, and my mind starts wandering, and she kind of called me out because, like I say, I have different responses to things. That it's impressive how much she's like tuned in to me in, I don't know what it's been, like 6 sessions or whatever. But like just when I respond to something, like I say okay or or um, just whatever. She's like, oh, okay, what? Okay, stop. You don't. So this is something you don't agree with, or whatever. And I'm like, there's not. It's not that I don't agree with. I just don't feel like I have enough information to get on board with what you're saying. Like I have no issues with her suggesting things and saying things, right? And I mean, I fully admit that I don't get me, so I can't not be open to the ideas, the thoughts, the guesswork, investigative work of what this professional does for me, right? Like if Joe on the street came up to me and said, "Hey, anxious dude, what's going on?" I'd be like, "Go away." Well, I wouldn't be like, "Go away," but I'd feel that way. Probably like inside, I'd be like, "Ah." Um. So, yeah. So, I was trying to think about it while we were in session because that's just what I do. Like I glom onto something, and if it's interesting, it's like it's hard for me to focus on other stuff. And so then I talked back to her, and I was like, you know what? Here's what I think, and I wanted to kind of. That's what I'm getting at is I wanted to talk about this in front of you all and maybe get some feedback from you all. I've talked to Megan about it, and I talked to Nora, came home last night, and I talked to her about it a little bit. But like, remember I talked about when I had my suicide attempt, and it was clearly a crisis situation, but it just didn't feel like crisis, right? Like I've likened it to taking out the trash. Like that was just what I was going to do that day. And, that was just, okay, this is just what happens on this, whatever, Tuesday. I don't remember what day of the week it was. It was a school day because I took the kids to school. I remember that. And like, I think it seems like that's how my subconscious mind runs my life. Like, if I can't remember, so I've been I've been doing this TikTok thing, right? So I talk about different things on there frequently, and I lose track of where I say things, and I apologize if I'm repeating myself, but I don't think so. Like my emotions, my whatever, operate in such a way that whatever is going on today or this week or whatever is just the way life is. Like there's not, I'm aware of good and bad, but I don't operate in terms of good and bad, right? Like I mean, I operate, but I don't acknowledge good and bad. So, like I said, somewhere that, like if I won the lottery, I don't know that I would get excited. I think I would intellectually know, like, hey, this is a good thing. But I don't know that I would feel it, right? I don't know that I would have that excitement, that giddiness, that whatever you would have, overwhelming sense of relief, even. Like I would just be, okay, this is just the way life is now. And I can only postulate with these kind of things, right? But if I lost Nora, right? Like, I mean, I have to admit that, the past years have told me that I would just say, like, my mind would just accept, like, this is the way life is now. And like that's how I would operate. And I don't know what that means. I don't know if it's a fully fleshed out idea, but at the same time, I have to admit that, like, yeah, I'm probably gonna act a certain way. Like, I'm gonna, if I lost Nora, I would probably, I don't know what I would do, but I mean, life wise, I'd be, hey, what do I do? How am I gonna function? Like, I wouldn't know how to function, I guess. But like, I'd have, I would probably have some, um, habitual is what I'm coming to, but that's not it. Some, whatever, some actual changes in my actions. Like eating, overeating, not sleeping, blah blah blah. But I don't know that. Like, I think I would just shrug off and say, okay, this is the way it is now. I don't sleep now. I eat a lot. I'm going to be 300-pound JP. Like, I think I would just accept it. Is that what it, like, accepting? I don't know. It's weird. Am I making sense? Send me a message. Let me know what you think about this, because I really need some assistance in figuring out where I stand right now. If you have ideas, if you have experience with this, I was talking with my friend Kate down there in Australia, who's a fantastic person. I just adore her. And she's like, yeah, I get that. But we didn't really talk about it a lot. She had, there's other stuff going on. And yeah, so I don't know what to make of that. I don't know where to go with that. And it's still pretty new, and like I've said before, I've got a lot of hope with what Megan and I are potentially can accomplish, as far as parsing out JP's head. So yeah, we'll see. I'm not very patient, and I want information. I want validation. I want something. So yeah, email me, jamolki@gmail.com, facebook.com/jamolki, @jamolki on Twitter and Instagram, www.jamolki.info. That is still a place, still for now. That's JAMOALKI. Text me 248-648-1419 +1 248-648-1419 on WhatsApp. Send me a message. Let me know. Let me know just rudimentally. Am I rudimentary? Rudimentally. Am I making sense? So yeah, get back at me about that kind of stuff. Aside from that, so yeah, it was a long week. And like I said, I didn't sleep well. I took Nora and the girl to the airport on Saturday, a week ago, and I still had my girls for one more day. And then, like, I knew I was setting myself up to not sleep much because I was taking the girls back late, so my 16-year-old could do driving. And this really sounds like I talked about this. Did I record on the way home? I think maybe I did. And yeah, so it was just like, bad week. And like, I kept getting messages throughout the week, maybe even the week before, about the Red Cross. Always hits me up because they like my O negative blood. And pretty much I just blow it off because they're asking for, regular blood donations, and I've somehow got it in my head that doing a double red donation, which is taking more of the red blood cells and giving me back some of the the fluids, is better for different ideas, different places, different usages. And so and you have to wait longer in between donating that way. I think it's twice as long. So I always assume they're just not paying attention. They don't know that I can't give. But I think it was Thursday, or maybe Thursday. I looked into it, and you know what? I can give. I can give. Yay! So I scheduled an appointment. So Friday, I went and donated blood. I got my hair cut. I shaved off my beard. I was able to get an appointment to get my COVID shot, first one. And like I'm hoping, like I kind of got these things strung together, like it was a solid Friday, Saturday kind of thing. And like I'm hoping that swings things around to the better. We'll see. Little things that I can do. I mean, fortunately, I'm not in that terrible dark place where everything seems monumental and worthless and hopeless. So I'm hoping some of these little things, like just shaving off my beard, like having a beard never feels clean to me, right? It always feels yucky. But Nora likes it, so November through April, or the end of March, I can deal with it, But the weather's turned and it's getting warmer, and I don't know. I just wanted that. It feels cleaner when I just have the goatee. So I did that, and hopefully we'll see what happens. I've got more stories to talk about my Achilles, but I don't want to get into that just yet because I'm not sure. I'm not sure what. I'm not sure what. So there's a cliffhanger for you. I guess I should end things right now because that will keep them wanting more is the thing, right? The showbiz statement, phrase, adage, idea. Leave them wanting more. I think it is. So yeah, I'm going to go out. I'm going to try to run. I'm heading up to see Mom on Wednesday. I'll see Dave. I'll see Scott. I'll see my brother. I'll see my oldest, which will be nice. And yeah, so we'll see. Next time you hear from me, I might be in Michigan in the morning, getting ready to go for a different run. But yeah, thank you so much for listening. If you have it in you and you feel the show deserves it, give me a 5-star rating over on iTunes, Apple Music, Apple Podcasts. I don't even know what it is anymore. Send me a message. Let me know how you think I'm doing. Let me know how you're doing. Let me know if there's things you'd like to hear me talk about. This show is as much yours as it is mine. And I really sincerely want to help out. And if there's something you'd like to hear me talk about that might be valuable to you, let me know. I'll figure it out. So get a hold of me those various ways already spoken about. And everybody be safe and be well. Thanks.